On today's gaming news, we have some sad news for the next generation of gamers because, well, it looks like GameStop is going to be shutting down in the near future. And a whole lot more on today's show, so let's get into it. Here we go, back at it yet again with another video. G'day guys, I'm Champ Chong, and if you guys end up enjoying today's video and you love giveaways, make sure you smack that like button real good. And the reason I mentioned giveaways is because just before we do get to our gaming news, I want to do a giveaway because the awesome guys at Logitech G sent me this. Well, they sent this one for me, but then they actually sent me two, which means I have two of these G915 Logitech gaming keyboards. Like, how awesome is that? So yeah, I'm going to keep this one for myself, and then I'm going to give this one away to you guys. And then, yeah, all you have to do is go over to my Instagram and make sure you're following me, and you can win this awesome keyboard. But just before we do get to that first news report on today's show, let's actually unbox it so I can show you guys what it looks like on the inside. And here it is. This is the G915 wireless RGB mechanical keyboard from Logitech G. Play advanced. How awesome is this? It gets up to 30 hours of battery life. I don't know how well you guys can see that. It is a wireless keyboard, mechanical. So it's got that GL clicky. It's real nice. So you tick, 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 tick. But let's unbox this thing, because here we go. Got the Stanley knife. Gonna just slide that open there. Oh, we've got it on the other side too. Let's do that. There we go. And then let's do the reveal. Oh boy, here we go. This is the moment. I have a Logitech keyboard over there, but it is not wireless, and this one is. So let's open this baby up. Oh, look at that. I like that. I don't know how well you guys can see that, but that's actually like, you can feel that. So whoever wins this is gonna have a nice time actually unboxing this thing too. So here, ooh, it's like full metal feeling. Like, I don't know how to describe that, but it's like not plasticky like most keyboards. And then, can you guys hear that? I'm putting it up near the microphone. And here it is. Look at that. All the colors. How nice is that? All the colors changing on it. It goes along with all the rest of my Logitech gear. Got my mouse over here. And yeah, it's super, super nice. So that is the Logitech G915. But now it's time for the gaming news, because our first news report on today's show is actually some sad news. Yes, this is sad depending on how you look at it, because, well, GameStop, for us Australians, EB Games, is set to close up to 200 stores. The company has posted a $32 million loss in the second quarter of this year, which is just insane. To be specific, this doesn't actually affect the Australian stores known as EB Games. Just as of now, it could potentially in the future, because GameStop is still the parent company of EB Games. It's still the same thing, basically. But the thing is, just 2 months after GameStop announced its ambitious plans to breathe new life into its stores, it doesn't look like it's going to go that way. It doesn't look like there's any good news, because, well, they have announced that they will be shutting down between 180 and 200 stores around the world. Yes, this is around the world, and this is just GameStop now, so if you live anywhere like me where they have EB Games, it doesn't look like it's EB Games right now, just GameStop stores, but it could affect it down the line. Now, the company's balance sheet hasn't looked good in recent times, like seriously. Its second quarter global sales decreased by 14.3%, which equals out to a net loss of 32 million US dollars. Now, this is some pretty bad stuff, because if it keeps trending this way, we could see pretty much the end of GameStop and EB Games as a whole in the next 12 to 24 months, and it could just get really, really bad, and you could see things similar to what we saw with Blockbuster half a decade or a decade ago. Now, what's interesting here is that even though they are posting these losses, even though everything is going in a downward trend for the company, it seems that they still want to focus on improving and creating whole new ways to shop at EB Games, and I don't know if this is a good thing or if it's just putting a band-aid on a giant, like, like an open wound. Like, it's not gonna work. I personally don't think so. Now, you're probably wondering why I've stated this as sad news for gamers, people on Xbox, people on Nintendo, people on PlayStation, is because, well, if you look at it, it's sad for the next generation. Like, seriously, I grew up with EB Games. I grew up with all these game stores, and in the future, they might not exist. But I'm going to be completely honest, I'm not the biggest fan of what GameStop and EB Games are. Like, it's not that consumer friendly. It never has been. They kind of had this monopoly, this big grab over the whole industry, and they kind of screwed us gamers out for the longest time, and it never has been the greatest reputation of a store out there. There's too many memes to go through. I'm not even going to get into those. But I'm just sad for that next generation of kids or people that still want to buy physical media for their games. They're probably not going to be able to in 5 years from now, which is scary to even think about. Like, I'm just completely shocked that EB Games, GameStop, are having such problems with selling games. Because, actually, no, I'm not shocked. Because when you do think about it, like, really? They're taking $2 for your game. Like, you could trade in like this brand new Spyro game, right? This is brand new. Look, it's sealed. You'll have to unseal it, give it to them. This costs like $50 or something. They'll give you $12 for it if you're lucky. If you have some sort of membership thing that's like platinum level, they'll probably give you a little bit of percentage boost on there, and then you can only spend that money in the store and they make their money back. It's kind of a scam, not really, but you get my point. But the thing is, they'll give you like $12 for a game, or $2 for a game if it's a year old or 6 months old, and then they'll resell that for almost the full price. So like, for example, if there's a new game that came out a month ago, like for example, let's say this is $50 brand new on the shelf over here, and it's still sealed and everything, and it's got the new sticker on it and everything, and you want to buy this version, let's say it's $50, the pre-owned version that someone traded in of it, and they've given you $12, or that person $12 for it, they're going to sell that for $42, $8 less than the other one. So I'm kind of confused as to how in the world EB Games and like GameStop, to be specific, is struggling to make money, because they're just the amount is just insane, because it just doesn't make any sense. But again, I guess it kind of does, because who in their right mind would spend just a little bit less for a pre-owned version than that? But they're going to take 100% of the profit of that one than they would with the new one. It's a complete mess, and I think their business strategy isn't working. It hasn't worked for maybe 7 to 10 years, I'd say. And it's been declining, and we've seen that, and they're trying to fix that right now, but you just can't. And it's sad times. Like, it really is sad for them, sad for future gamers, and just sad to kind of think that that place won't exist anymore. So let me know your thoughts on that. This is a news report, but it's also like kind of my opinion on the whole thing, because it sucks to see. Even though I know we aren't all the biggest fans of that company, because, well, they do rip us off when we try and trade things in all the time, and they jack prices up. Yeah, it's just easier to buy things online, honestly, and with digital games being so big now, like I download 95% of my games. I just happen to have this because it was sent to me. But like, yeah, I download stuff these days. I'm pretty sure most of you guys do too, or you just buy it online at a cheaper store. But anyway, let's move on to the next news report on today's show, because finally we have been given 50 new minutes of Death Stranding gameplay. Yes, this is 50 straight raw minutes of gameplay, like for real, of Death Stranding, and you can actually see so much in this game. And at first, I was skeptical about this game. I knew Hideo Kojima could do something amazing, and it was going to be good, but I didn't think it was going to be great like his Metal Gear Solid games. But after watching this, it looks like a Metal Gear Solid game, but without Metal Gear Solid branding, kind of, you know, like set in a post-apocalyptic future. You got Norman Reedus instead of Solid Snake. I don't even know what the main character is honestly called. But this was shown off at the TGS, the Tokyo Game Show, and it looks really, really good. Like, it looks like it could be an amazing game, an amazing experience, because from what we've seen so far, like up to this point, it looked like it could have been maybe a walking simulator, or just kind of boring and sort of a movie with some gameplay elements. But after seeing this 50-minute footage, this gameplay, it's definitely looking like a really good game. So I'm going to link it in the description down below. Go check it out if you want to, if you're interested in this. If you are a fan of Metal Gear Solid games, it's definitely worth checking out. This game does look really good, so I don't want to actually watch any more. This is the last thing I'm probably going to watch of the game personally, and I'm going to recommend that to you guys because I want surprises. I don't want to see everything before the game comes out. That's one of the biggest mistakes I used to make as a gamer. And I think the same thing goes with movie trailers these days. I don't look at them much. Is that I would find out way too much leading up to the game or the movie, and then it would come out and you'd kind of be like, oh, I feel like I've sort of already been through this. And, well, that's the thing. This is the only 50 minutes I'm going to watch. Maybe you watch it in little parts or something, but I've linked it down below. It's definitely worth checking out. It looks like a really good game, and I'm excited to see if it actually ends up being ported over to the next generation of consoles, because that would be amazing. Like, that would just be wild. But anyway, yeah, I've linked it in the description down below. But now let's move on to the next news report on today's show. And it's actually our final news report on today's show. And it's something sort of controversial. So, well, we should have expected this, but Call of Duty Modern Warfare, it's going to have loot boxes. Yeah, so it's been confirmed via the beta that is available on PlayStation right now on the PS4. That Call of Duty Modern Warfare will have loot boxes, which just honestly sucks. I'm kind of disappointed about this. We should have expected it, but they're calling them supply drops. Obviously, they've kind of always called them that, but it just sucks to see. I feel like this really doesn't have a place in today's games. Just, I don't know why they're doing this. I'm definitely still going to play this game. I know I sound hypocritical right now, but it looks like a good game. I'm not going to play it until next weekend, the beta that is, because that's when it's available on PC, I'm pretty sure. And I'm probably going to end up streaming it over on my Twitch account, so make sure you follow me on Twitch. My username on Twitch is ChampChong, shameless plug. But like, the thing is, this game looks good from what I've seen people streaming it on the PlayStation right now. And yeah, I want to play it, but I'm definitely not touching those loot boxes. It's probably one of those games where I just jump in casually with friends. And then obviously there's the whole factor of cross-play. It's going to be awesome. And yeah, it's just one of those casual games. It's Call of Duty after all, but it just sucks to see that loot boxes are going to be in this game, especially when you've got to pay like a US $60 price tag for it, and then just to go in and get extra stuff, you got to keep going through loot boxes. I feel like that stuff just doesn't really have a place in today's gaming, and this might actually be the last Call of Duty that has that, but then again, we really don't know, because they're probably still going to make a killing from all that good money that comes through all the loot boxes where all the kids spend their credit cards, or well, their parents' credit cards, I should say. And yeah, it's going to be wild to see how much money they actually rake in through all that, or if they maybe just fail miserably because people have picked up on how BS loot boxes or supply drops really are. But yeah, let me know what you guys think about supply drops still being in a Call of Duty game. Are you even going to spend any money on them? I probably won't. I really don't care what skins and things look like, but if it comes down to actual performance and stuff, like getting different weapons or something like that in loot boxes, I'm going to be pretty mad. I wanted to say something a lot more vulgar, but I'm not going to do that. I'm going to calm down, and yeah, that's the end of the gaming news today. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Make sure you head over to my Instagram, ChampChong, to go win yourself a keyboard. Hold on, let me get mine. Here it is. Yeah, make sure you go check it out, and good luck on winning the gaming keyboard from Logitech G. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye bye.